Hey guys, it's Julie back again. Like I said, it was recipe week, so for the entire week, I don't know if all the videos will be posted this week, the things that people have requested for me to make, I'm going to try to get those videos done and post it, hopefully in a timely fashion. But one of the first things we're going to do is do an update on the wet slip spray. I've had a chance to use it. I haven't noticed that much slip. Feels excellent, excellent. I can't even describe it on the scalp. You know, sometimes your scalp gets a little dry or a little tight. Water cures that, of course, but this is different. It gives it a little bit of a tingle, sort of like when I do my peppermint mud wash. But I like it so far. I think I'm going to add more marshmallow root or more okra or maybe flaxseed. I think that's what Q Chemist recommended to give it just a little bit more slip. But the hair is moist. It's soft. I like it. I like the way it feels on my scalp, but I'm going to show you. We're going to pan down. Cameraman. I did have sediment in the bottom. I poured it out earlier, and once we got to almost the sediment, I poured that out and rinsed the jar. But I want you to see how thick it is. See, it's still kind of jelly-like, just a little bit on the jelly side. And I don't know if I was just too impatient and I just needed to wait for it to cool off. I don't know, but still smells excellent. But I'm going to separate this out into my ice cubes and freeze it for the week and take it out as I need it. Because I found even that little bit that I had in the spray bottle the other day, it was maybe a scant inch. It sprayed the hair at least 2 days, which I was very surprised about that. But we're going to get back to the video. The name of the video is peppermint hair grease or hair salve, whichever way you want to call it. Some people have said, oh, I use grease, I use petroleum, I do, I don't, whatever. But I have found that this is kind of gives you the same texture or consistency. It's heavier like a grease per se or a pomade per se, but without all the icky stuff in it. But I chose to do peppermint. I just wanted to show you this because I wanted you to see the peppermint leaves. The peppermint leaves were infused in February in sunflower oil, and I've already decanted it. I put it through that little fine strainer, and one of the ladies asked what it is. It's an old coffee strainer for those that are coffee drinkers that I got at the Goodwill. I think I paid $1, maybe $1, I don't remember exactly. But you have to have a fine strainer because the leaves are kind of fine. So the ingredients that you're going to need is a cup of infused oil, any kind of infused oil. Man, that smells so good. This is peppermint. I also have lavender and several other brands, but I wanted to do peppermint just for the cooling sensation to the scalp. Also, a note, because the things in here are all natural, they're an oil base, you can use it other places. You don't just have to use it on your hair, because my citrus burst pomade, I rub that stuff everywhere. But anyway, we're going to get started. A cup of infused oil. We're going to put that in our bowl because we're going to have a double boiler for this. I already have the water going, so. And if it has a few little flakes of the leaves in it, that's fine. We're going to stay down on the table too, darling. All right, we got all the oil because we don't want to lose any of it. We're going to put 2 tablespoons of beeswax. That is what's going to give it its solidity. 1 and 2. There we go. We don't want to lose any of that either. There we go. If I can get the top off. Oh, this was one of my finds also. Lanolin anhydrous, which means without water. It's hard to find lanolin. I had to go to 3 compounding pharmacies before I found it. A lot of nursing mothers use this for their breasts and such so they didn't have cracked skin. Real good emollient, very good emollient for the skin. Some people have reactions to this, so if lanolin doesn't work for you, use something else. But I like lanolin and it works well for me. It's really thick, really thick. It's almost like not a glue, I won't say a glue, but a really thick oil type substance. Keeps the sheep's hair, I want to say fur for some reason, keeps their hair nice and moist all the way through so they don't have any cracked skin or whatever. Also helps to help your body to retain moisture. Helps the hair, I should say, retain the moisture. Because basically this is just a melt and pour. And we're also going to use olive oil and we're going to put some bergamot oil in it. And I'll list the properties in the description, but we're going to get started. We're going to go over to the stove and melt this. It melts pretty quickly, so come with me, cameraman. Alrighty, we're going to put this over the fire, and make sure you stir it. Don't walk away for even a second, because as soon as that beeswax and the lanolin is melted in, you're done. You're pretty much ready to put your olive oil, and also once it's cooled just a little bit, you put your bergamot at the end. Did that crack? Oh my goodness, let me double check here. Let's put a pause on that camera. Okay, as you can see, the bowl did have a small hairline crack and it broke. Never ever put beeswax of oil or anything like that in the microwave. It will burst into flames and burn your house down. So don't do that. So I put it in my measuring cup, which I know doesn't have any cracks. We heated it just until the beeswax and lanolin has melted. Don't go any further than that. It's not like it has to be magma hot. You can see that it's a total liquid now. And we want to get every drop of that out. There we go. And we'll set this to the side because it's hot. Alrighty. We're going to put our olive oil in next. This is your preference. Your infused oil may not be what I have, the peppermint infused or the lavender or calendula or sandalwood or whatever. So whatever infused product that you want to do. For me, this is just a salve / grease that I like to use. Plus it feels really minty on the body. I like that. But let me know what you guys do sometime. Look at that pretty green. That's going to complement that peppermint really well. We're going to put 1 teaspoon of the olive oil. Oh, we dropped it, but it did not break. Hallelujah. Let me move this over to the side. Alrighty, we're going to give everything a good stir. Make sure it's nice and mixed. And I'm going to pour this in the measuring cup once again, and we're going to pour it in the jars. Let's feel the temperature of the bowl. Just barely lukewarm. I would say it took maybe a minute and a half for the beeswax and lanolin to totally mix with everything. We're going to put some bergamot oil in there. Let's see. Here we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think that was 10 drops. You know me and my measurements. As you can see, as the beeswax cools on the side of the bowl, it's going to start solidifying. So let's go ahead and get this in the jar. That way we're not trying to scoop it out. Let me scoop that out. Also, these jars, these are just canning jars that I purchased from Walmart. I washed them and rinsed them really well, and then put them in the oven and baked them for about 10 minutes just to sterilize them. You can also put this as a in a little carrying tin for your purse. Let's see what exactly is this called. Little small storage containers. They were $9 or $10 at Hobby Lobby, which is a hobby store around here. But since everything was 50% off, of course I paid $5. So, woohoo! I got 12 containers. I can put a little bit in here, carry it around in my purse, and I'm good to go. So I'm just chatting away. Let me get back to the business at hand. Let's get every drop. You always got to have your rubber spatula. Let me show you this. See how that's starting to thicken up already as the beeswax is starting to cool, and the lanolin too, and that will give it more solidity. Oh, such words today, solidity. Maybe that'll be the word for today. What do you think, cameraman? Alrighty, we'll get this in our jar. We won't fill it quite to the top. Put our lid on, and I'll come back at the end of the video and show you the finished product. Also, since I want to carry some of this in my purse, we're going to put a little bit in a couple of the tins. Fill your tins to whatever level that you want it to be. I think we'll do 2. I think I'll give cameraman one to keep on his desk. It'll be very good for those little ashy hands. Alright, that's not equal pouring, so my hands are a little oily, guys, so bear with me. It's cooling quick, and I think we'll just pour the rest in the jar because I'll be dipping into this very soon. See how it has a little bit of sediment in there? I don't know if you can see that. That's just because some of the leaves probably got on the spatula and I didn't strain it well. Is that going to bother me? Absolutely not. We're not going to put the top on actually yet. We need to let them cool just a little bit first. Otherwise it's going to get condensation in it, and then you'll get water in there, and then you got a moldy mess. But I'm going to come back at the end of the video to show you what the finished product looks like, and I'll be back in a minute. Hey guys, we're at the end finally. This is our finished product. Let's pan down, cameraman, especially since I made you a present. This is the finished product. We got our own little peppermint hair grease, if you want to call it, or hair salve. You can see that has solidified. It's not 100% cool yet, but this is cooled a lot quicker than the one in the jar. Let me kind of show you. It's firm, it holds its shape, but still it's soft, very soft to the touch. This one looks like it's totally solid. I think you can kind of see the line where it's solid to here, but up to here is still kind of light color, and if you look in the middle, it's still very soft. But as that beeswax cools and solidifies that oil in there, we're going to leave the lid off for a second. Do not cap them, like I said, until it has totally cooled, because otherwise you'll get condensate in the top of the top, in the very top of the top, I should say, and then it'll drip down in there. It can give you mold. But these, I think, are ready, and we'll cap this. I think this would be really something cute I can put in my purse and carry around with me, especially when I travel and I need to put something on the ends or even do twist outs with it, or on the skin. Like I said, lanolin is a really good humectant. Sheep absolutely love it. You know, they're curly haired just like we are, but good emollient, good humectant, helps your hair to hold on to moisture well. And bergamot not only is good for stimulating the scalp and fighting dandruff, it also stimulates the skin. So think about it. Make your own hair grease. Don't buy that stuff at the store always. Sometimes think about what you can make in your own kitchen. But I hope you guys like it. I'm going to smell like peppermint tomorrow. But bye, guys. Thank you, cameraman. We love you.